All right, look at something else here that's really cool. Made in Germany. This would be a GSG 16. And on the label, it says GSG 16 22lr, and it says Schwartz 22lr. And this isn't how it comes boxed. We did take it to the range and we shot it, so stay tuned for the end of this video. There will be a shooting clip at the end. We're going to discuss some of the features, which is pretty awesome. It has the faux suppressor on there, which, by the way, there is a set screw down here. I don't know if all the models are the same like this, but this one has a set screw that uses an Allen wrench. The Allen wrenches are supplied, and you can unscrew this and remove it, but there is a steel barrel, shiny kind of stainless steel looking barrel underneath this, so it really doesn't do anything to remove this because you still have a barrel. It doesn't make it short, so just leave it on there because it looks good like that. This was added, this hand rest, because the torn rotator cuff injury. My brother is going to be shooting that, and that helps him hold up the firearm easier. It is rather lightweight, and we did stick a Sig Sauer Romeo red dot on here. Buttstock is adjustable. That's the maximum length. You get a Picatinny on the end, or as I affectionately call them, a Piccadilly. And I know some people criticize the way I speak on the channel sometimes, but I do my own thing. Like this is a hand rest thingamahoozy, whatchamacallit. So anyway, overall impressions with this is absolutely stunningly awesome. This ran like a friggin' top, okay? It had no flaws whatsoever. We ran a Gia high velocity ammo. Also ran cheap Golden Bullet bulk ammo, which had inconsistencies between each round. Semi-automatic pistols would get like a stovepipe or failure to feed because it wouldn't kick the slide back enough to pick up a round out of the magazine. But this ran everything perfectly. So you get different things in the package. A lock, you get an owner's manual, which is really good. You also get an optional rear sight. There's different heights, and so you can adjust the windage and stuff like that, but the fact that they give you an extra rear sight is really good. And over here, we have extra front sights. I don't know if you can see that. That is really cool because you can change that out. So no matter what you like to shoot for ammo, no matter what your issue is that you are having, you have a spare rear ghost ring, and you have these different front sights to choose from. They're at different heights, different types. This one has a round kind of ball. This one is just flat tipped. So they have thought of everything. And it is polymer. It's not metal. But for this price range, it's ridiculously phenomenal. So what we'll do is kind of like run over the features, or what I know about it anyway. And you have a mag release right here, which is your typical kind of like fast tactical release. You can also push this if you want to release it that way with this hand. I found that you have the magazine, put it in like that, and then you could just change it with one hand real quick. Like that. You can see how the mechanism works. That's why you can push it from the other side if you want to. So, 22 round magazine. And it's kind of interesting because you'll see in the shooting video, I think I pointed it out, I just don't know if I'm going to use that clip yet. But you can manually compress this spring, which is nice, because that makes it really easy to load. I mean, super easy. So you just hold this down like that, and you just keep putting rounds in. You don't have to force them in, and you can hold that all the way down. But what you'll notice is when you fill up the magazine and you can't put any more, it's going to look like it's on 18 because of this, but it isn't. When you get 22 in there, it'll be the bottom of this will line up with the 22. So it's not the top. Or the rounds, because the rounds will be up here, and you're going to be thinking, well, the rounds are way up here. Why does it say it's full down here? And that's because it's the bottom of this. Just the way they did it. But I assure you, it works. Also got an extra magazine, because this one only came with one official American Tactical magazine. These magazines ran flawlessly. There was no problems at all with anything with this rifle. Probably the first 5 or 6 shots sprayed around a little bit. I think the barrel had to clean itself out, because a lot of times what people will do is they'll use lap paste, and it will take off any metal burrs from the rifling. But you can do the same thing just simply by shooting it. It just breaks in. So there is a break-in period, but it was very short. And this thing's a tech driver. I'm not even joking. I mean, you could stack them right on top of each other at 50, 60 yards like nothing, using a 2 MOA red dot. So I absolutely cannot believe how good this is. I want one of these. This one isn't mine, it's my brother's. I want to get one of these. I really enjoyed it. So the other thing I like is you get the stock. Let's say you adjust it to whatever. You can actually put your spare magazine in the stock, and it's curved with this. So if you're doing a tactical and you raise and lower it, you can rotate it on this with no issues with the magazine in there. How cool is that? So you can have one in here and have this spare. You're good to go. And the biggest overall impression with this is the feel, how it feels. It feels like you're holding something. It doesn't feel like a toy. This feels like a real rifle, and because it is. It's a carbine, and it's got these rails on here that come in a package. You can decide what to put on here if you want to or not. This one is attached to it, but again, you get a Torx bit. Now this comes with a Torx wrench, and it also comes with the Allen wrenches you need, which aren't in this box any longer. They're somewhere else. But you can change these rails, do different things. Torx bit holds these on, that on. So if you get something other purpose you want to use this for, I don't know what that would be, but you can take those rails off if you want. So this is a very cool adjustable stock. So that's all the way closed. First notch, second notch, fully extended. So, also has the M-lock, which this stuff is attached to. Very solidly built, and as stated, very accurate. This was a fantastic, and you know, here's the other thing, okay? Look how nice that safety is. Ambidextrous. There's hardly any resistance here at all. Very simple to do with your thumb if you're doing tactical. And the way it's positioned, let's say you get your finger off the trigger here. It's right here. It is absolutely a phenomenal design. And the trigger is super. I'm not going to pull the trigger because you can't dry fire the 22. I don't want to do anything to damage this. But you'll see in the video, I talk about it, I think, in one of the clips I'm going to use. Don't quote me on it. I shot about 4, maybe 5 different takes on this, and screwed up one of them, so I might end up using a piece to that, piece things together. So keep an eye on the end of this video, and you'll see a shooting piece on here. But I just wanted to show this to you so you could see, and we'll make sure it's clear, which it is. The other thing I like is the charging handle is a slap down, and you can't baby it, just like that. Slap it down, it chambers around, and you're good to go. So you have this like this, safety off, you put the safety on, bang, you're ready to go. Very excellent firearm. Cannot believe how good this is. I mean, I'm not even joking. This is one of the best carbines in 22 semi-automatic. 22 semi-automatic, I should say. One of the best shooters. It's balanced. It feels good. I wouldn't have this on here, but I actually kind of like this on here. It actually feels very good. And, you know, because you got a rail on here, which you can take off. So you can take this rail off, and this rail off, and just grab it by the M-lock if that's what you're used to doing, which might be something I would do. But this does feel awesome. And like I said, it's not mine, so it's the way my brother wants this, and it's just fine. It's awesome. So pretty versatile. You can change things around. There's the end of the butt pad. That might be a question I get asked. It's not padded. It's hard plastic, polymer, but it's comfortable, and it is ribbed, so it grips. Very comfortable. And that might be just about all. The bottom of the grip, in case anybody wants to see that, it doesn't have a rubber plug that goes in there. And I guess that's about it. Pretty straightforward. Yep, so I would highly recommend this. We'll take a look at the top. You can see that front sight in there, which, as I showed you, you can replace. It has a center notch for the rear ghost with incremental lines off it. It is adjustable with a flathead screwdriver. Very simple for your windage. This front post is not height adjustable, but they give you extra ones. And there is an Allen wrench in here for that hex key. Very cool. Everything's pretty straightforward and easy. And the reason why I checked to make sure there was nothing chambered is I'm going to stick my face in front of here to show you. That's what the end looks like, and that's the barrel. So when you take this off, you still have that there. So I guess that's all I need to show about this. I hope you enjoyed the shooting video. This was truly a joy to shoot, and really was. I really can't stress that enough. This is just about perfect. I cannot find anything bad about it. There's nothing. Usually there'll always be something to say about something. And I guess the only thing I would find on this one to quote-unquote complain about would be that this faux suppressor doesn't unscrew and come off and not leave that length of barrel sticking out, which you could make it shorter. But then that would be an illegal firearm unless it was a pistol. So you wouldn't be able to have this adjustable stock on there, I think, legally. So there might be reasons why they did this. I'm really not an expert on it in states like California and New York and all that stuff. But I do know that barrels have to be a certain length unless it's classified as a pistol. So, which is why the TAC 14 Remington 870 style shotgun just has a little nub of a handle to hold on to without a stock, because the barrel is only 14 inches, which technically would be an illegal barrel on a shotgun. But it's okay because it has quote-unquote a pistol grip. So I'm assuming that's why they left the barrel where you can't unscrew it. As far as I know, they don't have another model that does unscrew. Maybe they do. I haven't really checked. But I'm just assuming by what I have in front of me here. So I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me. But one thing you can quote me on is this is one of the best damn shooting friggin' carbines at this price range, $350 now, that you're going to find. And that's just the way it is. It's super. Some of these come with 2 magazines. This one didn't, as stated. Bought an extra one. And I pretty much think that's mostly what you'll need. And these are very, very rugged, high quality. Very good spring. Ran flawlessly. A couple of Phillips heads in here. Easy to disassemble for cleaning. And I guess that's about it. Unless there's anything in the manual worth talking about, which I don't think there is. But it has the assembly groups, lower receiver and all that. Barrel jacket. They call it a barrel jacket because it's a jacket that goes on the barrel. And that's what the barrel looks like without it on. So I'm kind of glad I opened this now because that goes on top of that. So if you take this faux suppressor off, you're going to have a gun with this on here. And to be quite honest with you, it looks pretty homely without this on it. I don't know why anybody would want to take it off, but it is damn fun to shoot. So I guess that's about all we can cover on this. The barrel length on here is 16.29 inches. Rifling length, 15.95 inches. Number of grooves, 6 in the barrel. The sight radius is 14.12 inch. And the weight with an empty magazine is 5.27 pounds. With empty magazine. Without a magazine, 5.03 pounds. So it's the trigger pull here is listed at 5.5 pounds. I'd say that's about accurate. Magazine capacity 22 and 10 in restricted states. Overall length 34.18 inches. 22lr long rifle. HV, high velocity. It does recommend using high velocity cartridges in here, but as stated, this ran the inconsistent golden ammo bulk bucket of bullets, where a couple of the semi-automatic pistols would not, even though those semi-automatic pistols ran fine with high velocity ammo. So pretty much a rule, if you want consistency and things to run properly with a 22lr semi-automatic anything, is you want to use high velocity, good stuff. So anyway, this is the recommended sight picture in here, with the front post sticking up through the rear ghost. And we have a smaller diameter and wider diameter ghost ring. That was the extra one that comes with it. That's a smaller one. Some people like a smaller one. I prefer a bigger sized ghost ring. So the one that's on there is what I prefer. And I guess that's about it. It shows you how to adjust the sights, how to take the front sight off and replace them, and pretty good deal. And also there is a trigger adjustment for trigger travel, and it says it also influences the trigger pull. So it says when the gun is cocked, the sear engages with the sear lever. The sear engagement can be adjusted by turning the screw. This is mainly responsible for the trigger travel, but it also influences the trigger pull. In order to reduce sear engagement, turn engagement screw 11 clockwise. In order to increase sear engagement, turn engagement screw counterclockwise. And the 11 is for the picture, the number 11 on here. So with that, I guess that'll wrap this up. And it shows you how to disassemble everything on here, how to take the stock off, if that's what you want to do. Shoot it as a pistol, which would be cool also because, you know, this is lightweight. You can shoot this as a pistol. So I guess that's about it. We'll do one look on this side so you can see everything. Pretty cool. Flip it around and look at this side. Check the bottom of it. Top view. I guess that'll conclude this video for the GSG 16 22lr that shoots 22lr HV, high velocity. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the shooting video right now. No hiccups whatsoever. Beautiful looking rifle, as you can see. Nice carbine. Wow, this is a good shooter. It's the very first time I shoot this. Today we have the GSG 16, made in Germany, 22 rounds. The round indicator on here says 22, even though when you look at the bullets in the magazine it says like 18, but it's actually 22. Stuck one of these gizmos on here to assist with one of us that shoots that has a torn rotator cuff, so they have a hard time lifting it up to shoot. That helps. And looks like it comes with it. Actually, they actually should have put one of those on there, I think. Looks pretty awesome. Comes with these rails. It's got a nice long rail on the top. We got a Sig Sauer Romeo red dot on here with an MOA of 2. And this is a faux suppressor. You can remove it, but then you have the barrel sticking up that looks kind of silver. And it just looks better with that on there. I don't know why anybody would want to take it off. It looks awesome. So anyway, it does have the slap down charging handle. Safety's on. We got the adjustable stock with this lever. Adjust it where you want. Pretty lightweight. You can shoot it with one hand if you want. So we're going to take some shots. That's probably about 50-60 yards. We usually have it way over that way, way down there, but as you can see, we're all flooded today from the torrential rain we've had. It is very windy today, so hopefully the noise isn't too bad. It's going to be more difficult to shoot, but we're going to do it anyway. And it does have the slap down charging handle, like that. Now we're ready to go. Flip the safety off. We'll take some shots. Like that. Runs beautiful. Safety on. And the magazine release, you can either use this lever or you could push this button on this side. Whatever you feel more comfortable doing. I like to use this way. Like that. And this is a fantastic rifle. Very good shooter. And we're going to sneak up on some swamp terrorists. They've got their scuba people underneath the water and we're being attacked. This thing runs like a top. This is an absolutely fantastic. There's nothing bad to say about it. And for this price range, and we're running Remington Golden bullets in a bucket we've been complaining about with our other semi-automatics, where every other round is inconsistent. Sometimes you get a stovepipe or a failure to feed because it's not kicking the slide back, and that stuff ran in this perfect. The owner's manual says 1,260 feet per second or better, and I'd be willing to argue that that is a very generous number. So I thank you very much for watching the review on this fantastic rifle and some shots taken with it. First impressions are just absolutely astoundingly awesome. Easy to shoot even on a very windy day like today. Just a beautiful carbine. This is really, I can't even believe it was the price that they sell for. Pick one up, you won't regret it.